Vorsprung durch Technik, or progress through technology, has been Audi's philosophy since the company was founded. And there are few better examples of that philosophy than Audi's legendary all-wheel drive system, Quattro. In 1980, Audi was the first car company in the world to offer a permanent all-wheel drive production car, the Audi Quattro. Since then, the brand has continuously developed and evolved Quattro to keep it at the very forefront of automotive technology. I'm here at one of the UK's most advanced automotive testing facilities, Myra. And in this film, I'll introduce the 3 different kinds of Quattro available and show you how Quattro works every day on every drive to maximise your safety, increasing grip and traction. So let's begin by taking a look at the different Quattro technologies available, starting with the hydraulic multi-plate clutch. This type of Quattro is fitted to the S1, A3, TT and Q3, sending most of the engine's power to the front wheels, and uses the hydraulic multi-plate clutch to send more power to the rear wheels when needed. This process can all happen within a few thousandths of a second, so it's almost instantaneous. The next type is the self-locking centre differential. This is the most common type of Quattro system, fitted to the A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, Q5 and Q7. Most of the time, the self-locking centre transmits the power 60-40 in favour of the rear wheels, giving these Quattro models a sporty, rear-biased handling, which is one of the reasons Quattro is so popular. It's a complex series of gears and friction plates, but put simply, if traction at one of the axles declines, the gears divert power to the wheels with the better grip. The final kind of Quattro system was developed for a very special car, the R8. The R8's huge power, high performance and mid-engine configuration needed a different Quattro system. The viscous coupling sends most of the power to the rear wheels, 85% most of the time, again diverting power to the front when the car needs it. So that's a quick introduction to each of the 3 Quattro types. But more importantly, why is Quattro even necessary? To explain why Quattro offers more grip, I'd like to use a principle known as Cam's circle. This circle represents the grip limit of a tyre. When you accelerate, forces act on the tyre in this direction, and when you steer, lateral forces apply. If the combination of forces exceeds a point in the circle, the tyre will lose traction, or skid in other words. And this is where Quattro comes in. In a 2-wheel drive car, all of the acceleration force is shared between just 2 tyres. If we apply a certain amount of lateral force, the grip limit of the tyre is exceeded. Now imagine that we're sharing the same amount of acceleration force between 4 wheels, as we do with Quattro. The acceleration force on each tyre is lower, so that means when we apply the same amount of lateral force as before, we stay within the grip limit of the tyre. This means that with Quattro, we can apply more acceleration force or more lateral force before the tyre loses grip, compared with a 2-wheel drive car. Now, you might be thinking, but I'm not a racing driver. Why do I need Quattro? I'd like to show you a couple of everyday situations where Quattro can make all the difference. Because the beauty of Quattro is that most of the time, you don't even know that it's working. In our first scenario, we're recreating pulling away on a wet day. Now, this is a controlled environment and the surface is low grip so that we can show you the effects of Quattro. This is designed to make cars skid, and what you're about to see is a controlled test to show 4-wheel drive in action. Traction control is turned off on both cars to demonstrate the principles more effectively. As the cars pull away, the wheels begin to slip almost immediately. And here's where the big differences are. With Quattro, the forces are shared between 4 wheels, so each wheel has more grip. You can see that the wheels spin less with the Quattro than they do with a 2-wheel drive car. That translates into more grip and therefore more control. Our second scenario shows what happens when you accelerate around a corner. Remember, this is an extreme simulation to show you how Quattro works. In the real world, you rarely know it's there. Under acceleration on a corner with four wheels sharing the forces, the Quattro is maintaining better grip on the road surface than a two-wheel drive. With a two-wheel drive car, you'd see the front wheels spinning more, leading to possible understeer, which means that the car's trying to go in a straight line rather than around the corner. Every second, Quattro is making hundreds of calculations, sending power exactly where it's most usable. This doesn't mean that two-wheel drive is unsafe. A front-wheel drive car is very easy to handle. It's just that four-wheel drive will always offer more grip under acceleration. So that's a brief introduction to Quattro, the different types that exist, and some of the benefits it offers. Quattro is always on, always measuring grip in every situation, and Audi is rightly very proud of it. For more information and to try it out for yourself, please do get in touch with your local Audi centre.